Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I want to welcome you to the Transformational Soul. Hello to all of you who are watching or listening on Facebook or YouTube or Rumble, and now Twitter. We live stream on Twitter as well. So, our shows are also uploaded to a lot of different platforms afterwards. So you can find us in a lot of different places. You can listen to us in the car on your way to or from work, or you can just kind of, sit back and chill with your coffee in the morning or in the evening. I want to thank you guys for being here so much. Really, really appreciate all of you showing up. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button, and please share and retweet the show. I greatly appreciate that. I want to thank everyone who does. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I really want you to know how much I do appreciate that. Please say hello if you're here. Would love to chat. And I want to invite you to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, N as in Nancy.com. You can find out about all of my books, my oracle cards, my services right there on my website. And I made it really easy, to make a purchase because I've got the link already prepared. All you got to do is click it on. And you have your choice of if you want to get the books from Amazon or from my website. So check that all out. You'll find a lot of information about everything right there. I want to say hello to a few people that are already here. Hello, Robert. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. Hello, Kim and Linnell. Linnell's listening while she is driving. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. This Saturday, April 15th, is the Spiritual Message Circle, and that's at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't, please check it out. It's so much fun. And for a small donation of only $20, you will receive a message from each of the show hosts that are on the Spiritual Message Circle that night. So it's always a fun time. You always get more messages than just your own because generally a lot of the information is going to resonate with you. So come and check that out. And also check out our Goldylocks Productions group on Telegram. There's so much information that is shared on there, and there's such an amazing, amazing energy. Goldylocks also has an online store where you can purchase some awesome merchandise. So check that out. There have been some new designs uploaded this spring. So, go on there and maybe get yourself a shirt or something. The stuff is really awesome. Hello, Joyce. Welcome. And don't forget to check out the Goldylocks Productions Oracle cards. And this is what they look like. And there is a link where you can order them directly and have them shipped right to you. Makes it so much easier for you. And you've probably seen us using them on our shows because we all have a deck. And there's just some really beautiful and amazing messages on there. You can also become a Goldylocks Productions VIP. There are different membership levels, and there are different perks for each level. There's also a special VIP show twice a month, and you can do that through Patreon and also through YouTube. And if you would like, you can also sponsor one of the Goldylocks Productions shows. When you sponsor a show, Tiffany will make a little advertisement, commercial type thing for you. A lot of you have seen the one for Feng Shui My Space that is shown during Melissa Park's show. So it'll be something kind of like that. So if you have a new business or you're having a sale, it'd be a great way to get that information out there. Now, it's not required, but if you would like to give a tip or donation, you can do that. And you can do that via my Venmo or Super Chat or Super Sticker on YouTube or Rumble Rant on Rumble. Now, if you make a donation of $5 or more, you will move to the front of the line and get a longer message. Now, I believe Tiffany said there's also a way to donate on Twitter. I'm not positive about that, but I thought that I heard her say that. So next month, May 13th, it's a Saturday, I have a local event that I'm going to be doing. And it is the 2023 Indie Author Fair. And that's going to be at Copperfield Books in Spring, Texas from 11 to 4. So if you are in the area, I hope you will come out and check it out. I'd love to chat with you. There's going to be 40 different authors there from all different genres. So I went last year and it was a lot of fun. They have free food, free drinks. So come and check that out. I've heard Melissa talking a lot lately about her left side and getting an injury on her left side. And she had asked if other people, were having that same issue. And a couple of people commented that they were, and I was having an issue with my left knee. And what it felt like was when I got up in the morning, somebody had taken a crowbar and just whacked me at the bottom of my kneecap. That's how it felt. Well, yesterday I was getting up off of the couch and somehow I guess I twisted my leg and it felt like I felt something move in my upper thigh, like the outer thigh. And it almost felt like the muscle just like maybe the two muscles are like in the wrong place, like they moved or something. And it's been pretty painful since then. When it gets in that one certain position of like going up the stairs where my leg is bent in that position, I can't put a lot of weight on it. So it's taken me longer to go up the stairs with just going with my right foot, let me tell you. But it started making me think more about all this left side stuff. So I did look this up a little bit. And the left side, it said, is our most sensitive side, which is very funny because I had thought to myself, whenever I've had any kind of pain in my body, when it's on the right side of my body, I tolerate it very well. I have a very high tolerance for it. But when it's on my left side, it's completely different. And now I know why, because it's our most sensitive side. And that side deals with our internal self. It deals with the divine feminine. According to Louise Hay, it's the feminine side, the receiving side, and it represents the mother, our ability to ask for help, to receive or to surrender, to nourish and care for others, to be creative and artistic, and to listen to and trust our own wisdom. So if you're having issues with your left side, figure out what that means for you. Now, all of those things that I just said, that all wasn't from Louise Hay, just part of it, just so we're clear on that. But, this could be, for some people, like what hit me was the ability to ask for help and to surrender and to listen and trust our own wisdom. Because a lot of times we don't do that. We don't like to ask for help. We like to feel more independent. We don't want to feel needy or dependent on someone else. But it's okay to ask for help. And surrendering just means getting out of our own way, right? Just getting out of our own way. Because most of the time, the only thing that's keeping us from going forward is ourselves. So if we can, push that to the side, push ourselves out of the way, then we're surrendering. And it also has to do with being creative and artistic. So maybe we're getting lots of more ideas about how to use our creativity and our artistic talents. Or maybe we feel blocked in that area. So you just have to figure out what that might mean for you. Because, it's all individual to each of us because we're all going through something different at any given moment. So this is Abundant April. Some of us have been putting out our intentions of what we want to manifest in our lives. Many of us are already seeing some of these come to fruition. Keep planting those seeds. Keep planting them. Everything happens in divine timing, so be patient. If it's taking longer than you think it should, that is okay. There is no timeline. There is no time frame. But just know that things are always being worked on when you put that intention out there. In our human way of thinking, we're like, boom, we just want it now. But just keep the faith and be patient. You don't have to, and don't have any doubt or fear that what you're trying to manifest will come to you, because that will create blocks to your abundance. Know that you are worthy of all the good that is coming to you, and know that you absolutely deserve it. Over time, our power to heal ourselves has been taken away from us. We've been told that we need a pill for this or a pill for that. We've been told that modern medicine will save us. Everything we need to heal ourselves has already been given to us. Plants, foods, water, energy. We already have every single thing that we need. We may not know it yet, but it's all here. Our ancestors knew, but over time, we have let our power be taken away. And we've let it be taken away by thinking that others knew better than we do about our own bodies, what we need to heal, what we need to nourish ourselves. Think about it this way. Okay, there are tons and tons of diets out there, right? And how much money do you think that each one of these different diets generates? Tons. And how many of these diets work for every single person? None. But all of the advertising will tell you that they will work for you. So you spend a lot of money getting what you need, you buy extra stuff, and you're not getting any results, right? And then they tell you that's because you just don't have any willpower or any self-control. And then we believe that. We're just programmed to believe all this stuff. And it continues to be this vicious cycle. But you have to tap into your body. Because, you have to listen to what it needs, because it will tell you. You just have to be tuned in enough to know. And you have to be mindful of what works for you and do that. Hello, Sarah, because it's not the same for everyone. Our spiritual selves are all connected through the oneness of all. But our bodies, our physical bodies, are not. What works for my body is not the same as what works for yours. And that's something we all have to figure out for ourselves. And, it's the same with many other things, what to drink, exercise. We could just go on forever. We have to stop listening to what's out there and start listening to what's in here. Many physical issues that we humans develop, like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, low back pain, heart issues, and so on, are caused by our lifestyle. And I think that most of us know this on some level. What we eat and what we do and so on affects that. It affects our health on every level. But we have the power to change that. We can change all of that. And hello, Devin. Nice to see you. Joyce Hartman, welcome. Lynette says, shame isn't real. Give it no power. Exactly. The things we give our energy to are the things that are going to grow, the things that are going to escalate, right? So we always want to keep it on a positive level. Now, I was thinking about when my mom was in her early 40s, she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, of course, the doctor gave her, all these dietary recommendations, but being the person that she was, she never changed a thing. She continued to eat all the stuff that she had eaten before. And eventually she was on daily medication. And I believe if I remember correctly, there was more than just one thing that she took for her diabetes. And she took this medication the rest of her life. Now, in addition to having to do that, every medication she took had side effects, and that affected her daily life. She could have reversed her condition because type 2 diabetes is caused from your lifestyle. But she never, ever believed that she could, because that's what she was told by someone she thought had her best interest at heart. I'm not in any way saying that if you are taking prescribed medication, you should stop. No, I am not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is do the research for yourself. Do the research. Educate yourself. Find out if there is something else that you could be using that would help you as much or even more. But I am never saying to stop a medication that a doctor has prescribed. Now, over the years with my parents both getting cancer, I did a lot of research on cancer. And I ran across this guy. His name is Ty Bollinger. And he did this multi-part documentary called The Truth About Cancer. And in this, he talks about a lot of things that will make the hair on your neck stand up, because it's all BS. But what he talks about, the thing, not that what he's saying is BS, but he finds out all the BS that's out there. Let's put it that way. And he talks about many alternative therapies, which are not discussed with patients. And he talked to, many, many people he interviewed for this documentary, and the different therapies that they tried, and, how successful they were. And he also has some books, and I believe that the Truth About Cancer book is pretty much the transcripts from all of his interviews. I think that's how it is. But the documentary was such an eye-opener, huge. And the book goes very in-depth compared to like the video, but the video was just amazing. He also did another one. I want to say he did one or two more. And one, he went to different countries of the world. I think the first one, he was just in the US. But all these different things, and it's just absolutely crazy. But find the information for yourself, because, people who are treating you aren't going to tell you about this stuff. And, Louise Hay wrote a wonderful book called You Can Heal Your Life. And I love that book. And in this book, she talks about dis-ease and the emotional causes of our ailments. And then she offers affirmations that you can use to improve and change your circumstances. And they work for many people, affirmations, because, our mind is so powerful. Just like when the doctor told my mom, that she was diabetic and she had to take this medication. She's like, okay, you told me that, so okay. And she has that idea in her head now that that's the only thing that's going to help her. But our mind is so powerful that whatever we tell it, that's what it's listening to. And when we put out those powerful affirmations, we can change a lot of things. And I have to say that over the years, my mom's view on things, she started to come around and see things a little bit more clearly than she had. And she was doing daily affirmations probably the last year of her life. And she always told me how much they helped her. You know you, right? You know what is truth for you. And you know what kind of information, when you hear it, what resonates with you. So it's time to reclaim our power, reclaim our health, right? Let the outside reflect. Let the outside of us reflect all of the amazing healing that we're doing on the inside. And there's no time like the present to start doing that. Because ultimately, any healing that comes to us is by our own doing. Now, we heal ourselves. Each and every single one of us has the ability to do this. But we've been so conditioned to believe just the opposite. So take that power back and stand in your truth. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Sam. And, and we do this with our mindset because we can talk ourselves into anything we want. Our focused intention, visualization, um, affirmations, delving deep into our issues and clearing them up. And, when we work through them, we release that old negative, nasty energy and we can let them go for good. And we can also do this through energy work like Reiki, opening and clearing your energy so that you can do the work that you need to do. But again, you are the one that does that. Nobody else can do that for you. So it's really important to remember that. There's so much information out there that when you hear it, it doesn't resonate with you at all. So you have to find out what does and what is true for you. And that's what you have to do. And it's like this in every aspect of our life. It's not just with eating, more healing foods, eating foods that are higher vibrational, making sure we get adequate water. There are so many different things that feed into an unhealthy lifestyle. What we watch, what we listen to, places that we go. You don't want to go places. We want to go to places where you feel amazing energy, like a park, a nature, by the water. All those places have incredible energy. You can immediately know when you walk into a place and the energy is very low or very dark and heavy. You immediately feel that. That's not a place you want to be. Because, that energy does rub off on you a little bit. When I used to do massage, I was in massage school, and you're in that person's energy all the time when you're giving them a massage. And I would always pick up stuff from people until I learned how to do my bubble. So you always have to be careful because energy can easily attach to you like that. So you always want to make sure that you do your protection bubble. But it's really important for us to understand in all these different areas of our life that we have the power to be who we were meant to be. We have the power to heal ourselves on every single level: physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. We have that power to do that. And we need to stop letting other people tell us that we don't. We need to start listening to ourselves more, because our intuition tells us, when you pick up a bag of chips and start to eat them, there's something in you that says, oh, this isn't healthy. But living a healthy lifestyle doesn't mean you have to abstain from everything that you love. Do some research on regular white sugar, because the information you find on sugar is probably going to knock your socks off. But it's fun to do our own research and find out things for ourselves. And a lot of times, when I was doing I would do research on this or that, and I would read an article and I'd be like, yeah, okay, this doesn't resonate with me. Oh, this sure does. Oh, but this doesn't either. So I just take what resonates and I leave the rest there, because I don't need to worry about that, because it doesn't resonate with me. I don't feel that that's my truth. And we all have our own individual truth, each and every single one of us. So I hope that, part of your healing, part of your going within is also going to be, include, trying to manifest yourself a healthier lifestyle. Now, it's so funny because it's always like anything like this, people try to throw it at everyone and say, well, this is good for everyone. But look at exercise. Running, some people love to run and they can run really fast and They have great endurance. Um, Other people, have hip or knee issues where running is not feasible for them. As far as movement and exercise, we just need to move our bodies. We really do. It really helps our energy as well. But if you're looking at some type of exercises that you can do on a daily basis, they have exercise plans that you can do from a wheelchair. You don't have to be an athlete. So we can all, do things to improve our lifestyle and to make ourselves a little bit healthier. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Now, right before I started my show, Tiffany and I were talking, and I cannot tell you how fast the days are going for me. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this, but, and I did start noticing it when we changed the clocks. So it's been going on since then for me. But the last 2 weeks have been the most noticeable because I'm still having my issues of falling asleep at night, but I'm still waking up in the morning when I always do. And my day has been going by in the blink of an eye. Like, I cannot believe it is already Wednesday again. I get up in the morning, I do my certain routine in the morning, taking the dogs out and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, I got to fix lunch. Then the next thing I know is time to go to the bus. I mean, literally, I feel like I am losing hours every single day. It is flying. It is going so fast. Hello, Destiny. That's good, Linnell. Heartburn and heat flash keep me away from sugar. That's good. But the thing with sugar that really gets me, as bad as it is for everyone, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, it's all about the sugar. When my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and information I have found out says that cancer feeds off of sugar in your body. And the first thing the nutritionist was going over, like, what she can eat and what she shouldn't. They were all fine with her eating sugar. They were just fine with that. That was not a problem. And every time I would take my dad to his oncologist appointments, there's a bowl of candy sitting there for people. They reward kids in school with candy. It just irritates the crap out of me. It really does. And people don't realize how bad it is and what kind of an unhealthy lifestyle they're starting kids out so young. I'm not talking really like, about the parents, it's not even them so much, but everything they see on TV is high contents of sugar. It's absolutely crazy, not to mention all the other stuff. But yes, really watch your food labels. There's that great app that Robin had shared. Let me see if I can find it now. Where you can scan like the food that you have in your pantry. It's called YUKA. It's got a picture of a carrot on it. But you have to find out when you're filling your body with nutritious food, you have to find out what Tiffany. You have to find out what works for your body, for your system, because it's not the same for everyone. Tiffany said vending machines with unhealthy snacks, even in schools. Oh, that was when my kids were all in school. I used to gripe about that all the time. All the time. Every school event we would go to, that's all they would sell for the snacks that they would sell was just unreal. And yes, they would have pop machines on during school where kids could, do that all they wanted. Yes, it is. Joyce said, our food pyramid is a joke. Yes. Oh, I didn't even see unhealthy snakes. Oh, that's funny. But yes, I always had so many issues with that. That I know of, my kids weren't real bad about it, but even in hospitals, and they're supposed to be all about the health, right? There's a vending machines full of crap there. Veronica said, I'm in Australia. There are snakes everywhere. I'm sure there are. There's snakes here too. I'm fortunate and blessed enough that I don't see them. I have been enjoying the lizards are all back now. The ones that look like the little gecko from that. What is some insurance? Geico. Um, we got the little green. They look like the little green geckos. We have them on our porch. They're so cute. And earlier, a couple months ago, I think I saw one, and it was just a tiny baby, and now it's grown. They don't get that big though, but they're pretty fun to watch. They can scare the crap out of you though when they run right in front of you and you don't realize they're there. You just see something moving really quick. But I noticed today too that when me and Judy sit out in the backyard to watch for the trees, or watch for the birds, the one tree that we always look at was just all branches, and now it's full of leaves. So, like in the blink of an eye, that has happened. Spring has sprung, and that's really nice. I love spring. Mostly just because it's all about, I think it's just the new beginnings and so much fun like that. But I'm having a really difficult time with this time speeding up. I can tell you for the last 2 weeks, I've got very little accomplished each day. Very little. But the time has gone so fast that like my mind is still trying to catch up with it because it's just crazy. I'm hoping that's going to change a little bit. I'm not really sure why it's like that right now. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be the end of the year before we know it the way it's going, which is crazy too. There's something else I was going to tell you guys. Oh. Well, this weekend was Easter. Did everyone have a good Easter? We went to my daughter-in-law's, dad's, and stepmom's house. And we had the two girls, and Laren and Judy, and they did, they did Easter egg hunt, and they did this Easter or egg roll-off thing. It was like a little competition. It was a lot of fun, had great food, and Megan's stepmom, Renee, she made us everyone an Easter basket. So I was meant to bring my cup to show you, and I guess I forgot it downstairs. But she gave me a nice big box of coffee and this coffee cup that has a picture of the two girls on one side and then Tommy, Megan, and the two girls on the other side. It's really, really cute. They went to a wedding a month ago, and it was pictures from the wedding, and they just look so adorable. So I'll have to try to remember to bring that next time. But I think that's the first time. Well, no, last year I did something on Easter too. But Easter, I don't usually do a lot for Easter. But I realized today, next month, the kids here are going to be out of school for the summer. And then, once they're out of school for the summer usually goes by pretty quick. So if the time speeds up anymore, I don't know what we're going to do. I feel like I was telling Tiffany, I feel like I need to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning just to have a normal feeling day. I don't like feeling like I'm behind all day long. It's just a weird feeling. I don't know if you guys are experiencing any of that at all or not. But, with those school vending machines, that's something that should be illegal to do. It really should. It's so, it just boggles my mind how, like, the school will put out there this idea of health and fitness and all these other things. But then you see all the things that they do, like the vending machines, selling all this unhealthy stuff at the school events and activities. But it's all about the money because they get so much money for doing that. And then when you realize that, then it kind of ticks you off even more because obviously none of the things that the way they portray themselves, none of that is true. So let's see. I am going to go ahead and do some messages. So if you would like a message, please put that in the comments. And Robert, I will do yours first as soon as I find some cards. You know, Tiffany, I've seen somewhere on social media, I can't remember where they do have vending machines now that are healthy vending machines. I have not seen one out anywhere, but I did see an advertisement for it for people who wanted to like start their own vending business. But they were healthy stuff, healthy snacks. And I thought that was really awesome. Veronica said, we actually have strict regulations regarding junk food in schools, which is good. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Every day when Lara comes home, I ask her what she had for lunch, and I just kind of shake my head. Now, I can remember when I was in high school, we had McDonald's in our cafeteria. Only burgers and fries, that was it. And even though, being a high schooler and thinking that was cool at the time, I didn't like it at the same time. I thought that was terrible. Oh, phones aren't allowed in school either, Veronica. That is good. We need to have a lot stricter regulations and stuff on our food. I saw a video yesterday that was talking about there are several foods, they're all junk foods, that we have in the US that have been banned in other countries. Let that one sink in. I don't remember what all they were, but it was nothing that I ate, so I didn't, I guess, need to remember. We had a huge fresh salad bar when I was in high school. That's awesome, Sarah. That is awesome. Well, here at the elementary, they started remodeling last year. And they did, I think, some parts of the inside of the school or whatever during the summer. Then when the kids went back to school, they thought it would be a good idea to remodel the cafeteria. So pretty much it was closed for months. It was closed as far as the kids having a hot meal. But they would have just like sandwiches. And, they offer breakfast at school now. And that consists of like, you can get dry cereal. You can get cinnamon rolls. That's the only two things I know of. But it's just kind of like going to a fast food restaurant for breakfast, really. Yes, Destiny. Let me write your name down. We never had phones in school, Tiffany. And you know why? Because we didn't have phones then. I ran across the other day, I can't remember where we were, but we were in a parking lot somewhere, and there was a payphone outside. I think it was at the gas station. We stopped to put air in the tire. And I can't tell you the last time I have seen a payphone anywhere. I remember that, always having to make sure I had a quarter in case of an emergency. Veronica said, yes, a lot of foods and medications you guys have aren't allowed here. Wow. Tiffany said, so glad we didn't have that technology then. The stuff we did would have been documented with photos on social media. That's true. And you got to think about that all the time now, everywhere you go. Between that and cameras everywhere, it's just crazy. Okay, Robert. It says, you are not alone. You are not alone. So I feel like sometimes you kind of feel like you are. And then you have to do everything yourself. But that's not true. You don't. And you're not. You're never alone. I just watched a video today by Dolores Cannon who is talking about that. About, when we move to the other side, a lot of people's fear is that we're going to be alone. But she said, you're never alone. She goes, we're never alone on this side either. But just sometimes we don't realize it. So know that you have all of your angels and guides with you. You have scores of ancestors behind you. And everybody is there to help you. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you fulfill everything that you came here to do. And they also want you to know that all is well. Everything is happening exactly the way it is supposed to. Exactly. So, like I was saying earlier, a lot of times we get a little impatient because we want things to happen faster. But know that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to, and all in divine timing. Oh. And I also have a card for you from the Energized cards from Goldylocks Productions. And I happen to pull my own. And it says, empower yourself. Step beyond your comfort zone. And a lot of times with food, now I'm not talking to you, Robert, but this, I was just realized this. A lot of the times the issues we have with food is we like to keep eating, the sugary stuff or different things because that's our comfort zone. That's what makes us feel good because that's what we've always done. And sometimes just changing something like that can seem a little scary. But that's okay. You can do that. And Robert, yes, you need to empower yourself by stepping beyond your comfort zone and doing something different. Do something different where you can really feel your power coming through. And again, always, always, always stand in your truth. I feel like you've been, from now, between a year ago and now, Robert, I feel like you have changed so much. You have opened up yourself so much. And, they're really happy about that. They're really happy about that. So keep on doing that. Keep on evolving and growing because you know how wonderful that is for you. Sam, make a wish. Make a wish. Now, making a wish and sending it off, it's manifesting, right? We're putting all of our energy into that wish of what we want. So they're wanting you to focus a little bit more on what you're trying to manifest and make sure that you have nothing at all blocking that from coming to you. Because, sometimes we can manifest and put it out there all we want, but if we have any kind of blocks, it can't get to us. It just can't get to us. You're welcome, Robert. You're welcome, Sam. Kim. Kim. It says pray. They're wanting you to ask for what you want. They're wanting you to ask for what you want and put that intention out there. As soon as I got that card, I heard ask for what you want, Kim. So they want you to ask, and they want you to be very specific. Very specific. Don't kind of hem and haw about it or anything like that, but be very specific. So before I forget, I want to tell you guys this. So after my show last week, for a couple of days, I had like a queasy stomach, but I woke up Thursday morning and I was so stuffed up that I could not breathe at all. And this has lasted until, I'm still got a little bit, but I can breathe okay now. But after, continuously blowing my nose and like I rested and I pretty much did nothing for several days because I wanted to make sure that, I felt better. And once it did its little routine there with the pressure, the headache, the neck tension, then I moved into my chest. So now my chest is all congested. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just clearing something out, like maybe purging something through that. So, whenever we get any things like that, a lot of times that's what it is. We're purging stuff. And this is anytime is a great time to purge, but it's nice to get rid of that stuff as we're coming into the lighter months, if that makes sense. Okay, destiny. Destiny. Look through the situation. You need to see whatever the situation is that's either on your mind or maybe that you're trying to work through. You need to see it from a different perspective. Because all we have is our own experience and perspective on how we view things, right? And sometimes that can make things a little askew from the way they really are because we're putting our own perceptions on it. When you can step outside of something and look at it as an outsider, you do see it completely different. So try to do that. Try to take the situation and look at it from every single angle, from every single person's view, because then it's going to make it a lot easier for you. It's going to make, when we can understand where someone else is coming from, it makes it so much easier for us. It's easier to communicate. It's easier to resolve things. Sometimes you just have to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see it from their perspective. So I hope that helps with you, Destiny. And if anybody else would like a message, please let me know. And this one is going to be for Joyce Hartman. We have 2 Joyces. So I wanted to make sure I was very specific. Oh, Joyce, you got the same exact card. Look through the situation. And also know that this situation is not who you are, Joyce. This is something that you're experiencing right now, and it's for your best and highest good. You have to see the lesson in every situation. Every situation. So I hope that resonates with you, Joyce Hartman. Okay, Heather. And if anybody else would like a message, please just drop it in the comments. Heather, your card is the nature card. I hope the weather is warming up where you live, because spring is such a beautiful, beautiful time of the year. And I can just see and I can feel that you benefit so much from spending time in nature, taking the dog for a walk. I don't know if your girls are too old to go to the park. Maybe they like to skate or something. But I feel like being outdoors, that energy really deeply resonates with you. And the more you can do that, the better. Nature is amazing. In every season, it has its beauty. And different kinds of energy as well. And, Destiny, I gave you one before Heather. I'll have to rewind a little bit and see that. Okay, Veronica. Let's see what we have for Veronica. Oh, Heather said she's spending a lot of time outside and with her windows open when possible. That's awesome. It's always nice to get that, fresh air coming in the house. Veronica, you got the Archangel Michael card. Archangel Michael. He is such a wonderful, wonderful protector. And Archangel Michael can be in a million places at one time. So he can be with everyone that asks for him. He's He's got the most amazing, loving energy. And he is always there to protect you. Always. So don't forget to ask for his help, Veronica. Don't forget to ask. And that video that I watched today, that Dolores Cannon video, she also talked about, our angels and our guides and that our angels are always there, but they cannot intervene unless we ask. And they're very happy to help, she said. She said they are so happy when we ask for their help. So don't ever feel like something is just like too small and meaningless to ask for help. And don't feel like anything is too major of an issue. And we can all feel that love from the angels and that energy. Oh, you're welcome, Veronica. Destiny, oh, thank you. I will watch them. Yes, it was. Wow, 70 and sunny, Heather. That's awesome. And let's see, we have the other Joyce now. Joyce Guess. Oh, you are not alone, Joyce. You are not alone. I feel like there's someone on the other side who's trying to get your attention. And they're wanting you to know you are not alone. They're wanting you to know that they are with you in spirit form. And sometimes we may, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Those are two different things. And sometimes we may confuse the two. But I really do feel like that. And I know you get lots of messages, and I know you can have some crazy dreams as well. So start paying more attention to that. And I feel like eventually you're going to know who's trying to contact you. Now, this could be a loved one. This could just be, or it could be, your angels trying to get your attention. But know that they are doing that. Know that they want to communicate with you always. Okay. That was Joyce. Devin, you are loved. You are loved by so many people in this world and so many people that are on the other side. So know that, feel that. Keep your heart open to accept it and let it all in. And make sure that you know that you're loved by you. Your higher self loves you unconditionally. Tap into that. Feel that love for yourself. Because the way we feel about ourselves makes a lot of difference in the things that we choose to do, the choices that we make. When we're feeling confident or we're feeling a lack of confidence, we're going to make two totally different decisions, right? So know that you are loved, but also make sure that you feel that love from yourself, Devin. I hope that resonates with you. Let's see who else we have. If I missed anybody, Linnell. Please let me know. Linnell. Ooh. Okay. Look at this beautiful card. It says, show appreciation. And I know you do this. And I know you show your appreciation, your gratitude. And a lot of times just saying thank you, that is enough, right? Saying thank you. And the more you show appreciation for others and maybe for appreciation of what they do, maybe they're doing something to help you. But the more you show that appreciation, the more things are going to come to you for you to be appreciative of and be grateful for. And the more that you can put that energy out there, the more it's going to be reciprocated and brought back to you. I don't know. I feel very tongue-tied today. I don't know why. But I noticed that on a few different things when I was talking. Sarah. See what we have for Sarah. Oh. Well, that one just fell right out. Love yourself. And Sarah. And I'm really excited this card came up because it leads to something earlier too. But you do love yourself, and you love yourself more and more every day. And doing all of this healing work that you have been doing proves that to yourself, right? Because you love yourself enough to do the work. You love yourself enough to want to get rid of all the stuff that isn't yours. And the self-love, a lot of times a lack of self-love is what will hold us back from doing things. Because we don't love ourselves enough to care what we eat. We don't love ourselves enough to, hydrate ourselves. We don't love ourselves enough to, and there could be, you could name anything after that. But you will notice the more that you love yourself, the more that you feel that self-love, self-appreciation, the more you are going to want to do for yourself. The better you're going to want to make your life, to make your body, to make your health, everything. It's all, it's all connected. It's all connected. And you can see a lot of times people that, have little to no self-love. They're always kind of like down in the dumps. They're maybe lack ambition. They can all be tied together. But when you learn to love yourself, it changes your life. It really does. And loving yourself is not selfish. You have to love yourself before you can give that love to anyone else, right? We know that. We may have learned it later in life, but we do know that. And it's very important. It's very important. And the more, okay, let's look at it this way. Think of someone in your life that you love very, very much. And let's say, I can't think of anything. Let's say that you see them living an unhealthy lifestyle. And you can already see where this is going to lead them, right? To different health issues, to having a lot of emotional and spiritual healing to do later on. But you can see this coming. But they don't see it because of where they're at in their life. However, if they start to love themselves, all of that's going to change. It's all going to change. But it's really hard to watch people you love, going through stuff like that when you know what it takes to change that. But people change when they're ready. Nothing we say or do can ever change that. And we just have to accept that. Veronica said, so weird seeing Linnell write that because using phones at traffic lights or any time is illegal here. I gasped and then remembered different country. Yeah, Linnell said she just stopped at a light. Huh. Sarah said, perfect validation. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Man, Veronica, I'll tell you, some people from this country came to Australia to live. I think they would completely freak out because they wouldn't be able to do a lot of the stuff that they do here. Not that I'm saying it's good stuff, but that's awesome. $875 fine. Wow, that's a big fine. That is a big fine. Okay, I'm going to pull one last card that's going to be for the group. And this is from the Energized Oracle cards. And this is a message from our beloved Tiffany White Sage Woman. It says, be the source frequency of love light. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And look at all that energy coming from that card. Be the source frequency of love light. That is beautiful. Thank you for that, Tiffany. Well, I want to thank everyone so much for being here tonight. I love and appreciate you all. And I hope everyone has a great week. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday. I love you. Have a great night, everyone.